too young to be so talkative. Shoo, shoo!
Sure, you too. Greetings everyone. If you're new here, I'm CroFenix Knight, and we are back at the Star Wars Knights of the Republic. In today's episode, we are going to visit our next planet, Manaan, to get our third or fourth star map, depending how you count it. Anyway, thank you for your support, and let's do this.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. It is possible. The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time are incomplete. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Carth. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Okay. Here we are at Manaan. This is so cool. First we were at Tatooine, a desert planet. Next Kashyyyk, a forest planet. And now Manaan, an ocean planet. How cool. Let's explore. Oh, hi guys.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Hello.
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere. Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe KOTOR export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what KOTOR is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that KOTOR is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what KOTOR bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Thank you for your time.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Kinda. Hey, Jolee. You wanted to talk about something?
Got something on your mind?
Yeah, about that.
No, I never did I? Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. To bed. I'm old and tired, you know. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but...
What?
I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick. Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can be all bad. Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day. Nonsense. Have I ever refused to help you when you asked? How confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo!
Sure, you do. Hey, what is this?
We've got all the proper Kolto trading permits, so back off. I don't have time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of Kolto ready to load before my shift is over.
Yeah, you're not gonna attack me because I'm a Jedi, right? Diplomacy, you know. Dead-Eye Duncan. Hey! Have I met you at Terrace?
Hey, stranger. Mysterious stranger.
Alright!
Wow, look at you. A Jedi. No wonder I could never beat you. It's me, Duncan. Deadeye Duncan, from the dueling arena on Terrace, remember? I'm glad to see you made it off Terrace alive. Things were pretty bad when the Sith started their bombardment. But I guess getting off the planet would be easy for a Jedi, huh? There was a handful of us who made it out. The lucky ones. I survived by breaking into the military base, overpowering a dozen Sith soldiers, and stealing one of their own ships.
What?
Well, when the bombing started, the Sith sent down a bunch of autopiloted ships to evacuate soldiers from the planet. I saw one and I figured it was a rescue ship, so I ran up to it. A Sith patrol was approaching from the other side, getting ready to board. When they saw me, they all pulled their blasters. But it takes more than a dozen armed Sith soldiers to slow me down. Well, to tell the truth, I didn't actually take the Sith out.
Really?
The building fell on them. A chunk of building, actually, from the bombing. Crushed the whole bunch of them. Very messy. So there I was, all alone and standing by this empty evacuation ship. I climbed on board, overrode the autopilot controls, and lifted off into orbit. The ship had all the Sith launch codes programmed in, so I didn't have to worry about being blasted from the sky. I just played it cool and tried to fly casual. In the confusion of the bombing, nobody paid any attention to my one little ship slipping away from the fleet. Once I was out of scanner range, I knew I was home free. I've decided to become a mercenary. I came here looking for work. I heard the Republic was hiring. But they weren't interested in me. Guess I made a mistake by telling them who I was. They'd heard of me. Seems like everybody's heard of me. The legend of Deadeye Duncan, the worst duelist of all time, spread far and wide across the galaxy. Makes it hard to earn a living, you know? I have no idea. All I know is that if I don't find some way to shake my reputation soon, I'm gonna have to find another line of work. It's too bad. Hey, wait a minute. You're a Jedi now, so you probably won't be doing much dueling anymore, right? So the name Mysterious Stranger probably won't be much use to you anymore, right? So, could I have it? I mean, if everyone's heard of Deadeye Duncan, then they probably heard of the Mysterious Stranger, but nobody knows anything about you except the name. You could be anybody. Man, woman, me.
Huh.
If I say I'm the Mysterious Stranger, who's gonna know? There'll be celebrity tours, maybe some endorsements. I could milk this thing for months. Well, right up until people see me fight. What do you say? Fame? Celebrity? You don't need that. You're a Jedi. But I'm just a guy trying to earn a living. Come on, give me a break.
I mean, he's a bad duelist, but on the other hand, he doesn't have much luck. Okay, the name is yours.
Really? You mean it? Oh, this is great. No more jokes, no more snickering. When I tell people I'm the Mysterious Stranger, they'll finally treat me with respect. Thanks a lot, stranger. Oops, guess I shouldn't call you that now. People will think I'm talking to myself. Anyway, I should be going. I'm heading off planet to look for work. Shouldn't be too hard now that I'm the Terrace duel champion. It's good seeing you again, and thanks.
Here we go. Let's move on. Security droid. Wow. Yeah, what are the rules? Alright. Wow. This looks so beautiful. Listen to this music.
So, Jolee, you decided to leave your little hermitage in the forest and come help us stop the Sith. I guess you realized this was worth coming out of retirement for, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Sonny. The Sith are the greatest evil to hit the galaxy since, well, the Mandalorians. And they're the worst thing since Exar Kun, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc.
Okay, you lost me there. You trying to make a point?
Look, everybody always figures the time they live in is the most epic. Most important age to end all ages. But tyrants and heroes rise and fall, and historians sort out the pieces. Malak is a tyrant who should be stopped. If he conquers the galaxy, we're in for a couple of rough centuries. Eventually, it'll come around again. But I'd rather not wait that long. So we do what we have to do. We try to stop the Sith. But don't start thinking this war, your war, is more important than any other war just because you're in it.
That's an interesting theory, but I don't buy it. The Republic stands for something. It stood for something for 15,000 years. And if it falls, everything will change forever.
You believe whatever you need to get through this, Sonny. Bottom line is we both want to stop Malak. So let's not get hung up on the details. Let's just get back to stopping him.
If you say so. Hey, what's going on?
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Sons of bitches. Cool, we found Republic Embassy. Now, time to gather some information.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Ahto City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Oh, come on.
No. You do what I want and maybe I can help you out. Until then, nothing.
Fine, what is it?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Good question. Let's see about interrogation.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
You know, on the second thought, I'm gonna do it another way. What? What is this now?
Carth Onasi, is that you?
Jordo?
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How have you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your friend here, eh? How's it going? Sure am. We joined the militia together back on Telos. That was a lot of years ago, of course.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... what I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban, though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Carth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there. I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Sure, no problem. Good to see you again, Carth. Hope everything works out with Dustil.
Dustil? Dustil is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him.
Don't worry.
Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... he must be a man by now.
Nice to meet you, Jordo. It's getting more and more interesting. Don't worry, Carth. We'll find your kid. Hey guys. Safe hangar, right? Or private hangar? What the? Oh yeah! Finally some action. Oh yeah! Come on! Let me out! Finally some action!
You'll never get it.
Yes?
What the? Oh yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Finally some action! Finally you are! Well... Hey! Where is this Dark Jedi? I wanted to check his look. Oh, come on, you can't do this to me. Nothing happened here. You're still neutral. Let's go. Mission impossible. Alright, we are inside. In the next episode, we are going to infiltrate the Sith base. Actually, we already did that, but we're gonna complete that. So, this is gonna be interesting. And more interesting is how to get out of this mess without jeopardizing this mission and neutrality of Manaan. Well, it's gonna be interesting, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.